The views and opinions expressed on any program are those of the persons appearing on the program and do not necessarily reflect the views and opinions of the New Media Factory. Some programs on this network might include strong images and language and may not be suitable for all audiences. Viewer discretion is advised.
That show. Yes, and we are back.
Oh no, it's that show.
Oh no, it's that show. You were damn right.
I know, we made it. We're back again, guys.
The champ is back. No Basti.
Who?
The champ is back. No Basti though.
Who's the champ?
Oh, the show is.
Oh, we're the champ?
Yeah, because we were like number 6 on like downloads on iTunes.
Yeah, we were. That's
Fuck
so cool.
all
Bravo
y'all
to
bitches. Does that make me money?
No. It still doesn't make us any
No money.
But we do want to say thank you to all of you guys for downloading the podcast and not watching us, because then you don't see the visual stuff and you don't have to deal with our faces.
That is great.
Right? So this is fantastic.
Even better, because I don't have money for makeup. No
money.
budget.
No.
What about that?
And I look like shit today because I have food poisoning, so we don't even need to see faces.
Don't watch the video. Just get the podcast of like just the audio.
Just the audio. Just listen
the audio.
to us today. Today we are just gonna fuck your minds verbally instead of visually, because Basti is not here to do his vagina movements.
Vagina things.
Just a little bit of the world in the vagina.
All right,
All at the same time.
we've been gone for quite a while. We're gonna start things off with something very current, which is about Miley Cyrus.
Yeah, because we're so up to date with the world.
Yes!
Sim.
Miley Cyrus performing at the VMAs.
Is a skank hoe.
Not really, I don't know, man. I don't know. I'm just saying.
Okay, me and Sim are in disagreement. You know, Basti would be appalled by this.
Because he's got daughters and shit.
Yeah, he would be appalled, but you know, he'd probably still appreciate the fact that Miley Cyrus was making everyone aware about the fact that her vagina was out for everyone to see.
I didn't even know what twerking meant until today, and so I googled twerk definition, and so that's what she's doing. She's twerking.
She is. She's twerking.
I don't know.
But the thing is, okay, so let's go over this. Miley Cyrus was at the VMAs, and she performed in front of about 20,000 people. And she was
in front of Will Smith's family.
Right? Who actually was the funniest thing ever. If you look up Will Smith and his family's reaction to Miley Cyrus twerking at the VMAs is hilarious. They look like they have slapped the entire Smith family in the face.
It's not like Will Smith hasn't had his fair share of like sexy music videos with butt shaking.
Yeah, and his fair share of girls rubbing themselves
it's
on
true.
his crotch.
What the
you know?
fuck, man?
Will Smith
Really?
is gonna have girls rubbing him on his crotch because he's a sexy man, and he probably has a gigantic penis.
The tongue
he's Will
thing,
Smith.
the tongue thing disturbs me a bit.
Yeah, so pretty much Miley Cyrus was twerking it on stage. She came out first in a leotard that had a picture of a mouse with her tongue sticking out.
Or a bear, I don't know.
Right? She was supposed to be fuzzy.
And then
somewhere.
she took it up. She was dry humping the mechanical bear.
Yep, she dry humped a mechanical bear, which the bear seemed to enjoy, I suppose, because bears tend to like humping.
Bears like
you know?
these things,
Bears
yeah.
like humping. That's fine with bears. But then she did Blurred Lines with Robin Thicke. They did it as a duet, and she started to twerk on Robin Thicke. So she went out, she took off the fur, which was kind of like shaving your vagina if you think about it metaphorically. She took off the fur.
This flesh-colored
Yeah, and then she looked like she was totally naked. So it's like
latex
shaving your
number.
vagina. Yeah, exactly. Rubber nude bra and panties. So it looked like technically she wasn't wearing anything, and technically like she was a shaved vagina, right?
Yeah, all right.
Right?
Yeah, all right.
She does.
She
From furry to clean in a moment of seconds. Then she ran around on stage and started twerking in front of Robin Thicke, which means that she was bending over.
And
for those who don't know how to twerk, Sib, will you show us
she
an
was
example
rubbing
of how to
her
twerk?
cooch.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah,
Can I-
okay,
can I
twerk
twerk
on
on
me.
you?
Yeah, you gotta twerk
So
on me.
I'm Miley,
Twerk
and
on
then
me.
I'm like,
Yeah. Rubbing the butt fast in rapid succession along Robin Thicke's bottom. Groin, rather.
Groin.
Yeah.
The groin.
Her butt on his dick.
Yes.
Pretty much is the visual we're going with here.
In the crotchular region.
Area. Yes. And this actually bending over very far. So let's think about somebody who bends over to touch their toes and then shakes their bottom on top of your penis.
Look kind of like a yoga pose.
Yes, almost, except more foul. Now, here is where we are going to disagree because for me, I feel that this is a little bit overboard. I understand that VMAs are about shocking people. You know, that there's always something going on. But
it's not so bad.
She had a Mickey Mouse hand and she was rubbing her crotch.
Oh, that was
it.
awesome.
Okay.
She was going like this.
Yeah, she was.
She was pointing.
She was pretty much fingering herself with Mickey Mouse's glove.
It looked really good.
It was disgusting.
I watched it a couple of times. I thought it was fucking awesome.
Oh my God. Now, I don't know if it's just me or if I'm old-fashioned and you just like this whole thing, but I thought it was verging on skanky. I think there is a line between classy and skanky, and I think Miley tripped over it and fell on her face.
See, I think every artist who goes through like the Mickey Mouse Club, like whatever, you know, when they're like tweetums and whatever, have to go through this stage wherein they just completely remove all that shit.
Yeah.
So like it was for Christina, it was like going dirty, and then Britney Spears did it when she, well, I don't know, the slave video.
Yeah, I'm a slave for you. It's kind of like before nobody thought of them sexually, so now it's like I have tits and a vagina, everybody.
So
Here I am woman.
But did it really look
See
that
my
good
panties.
though? Did it really, you know, is she hot enough to pull something off like that?
What, Miley Cyrus?
Miley Cyrus.
I don't know, man. She didn't have a big enough butt to be twerking it the way that she was trying to twerk it.
Does she have tits? She's alright.
I don't know, man. I don't know. I just thought, you know what? Robin Thicke looked really uncomfortable about the fact that Miley Cyrus was bending over, touching her toes, and rubbing her butt up against his penis.
Did he have that look that like he backed away a bit?
No, I mean, he couldn't. He had to kind of go with it because their music video for the actual thing is, you know, girls that are naked and he's dancing with them and having a good time. But the thing is, he looked like he knew that he was raping Hannah Montana and that a bunch of kids were watching him, okay? So he looked really uncomfortable about this fact, and I just thought it didn't help her cause.
All I'm saying is that I'd tap it. I think I would.
You would?
I think I would.
You like the outdated Gwen Stefani hair?
Weirdly enough, I think
the tongue hanging out of her mouth?
Maybe she's freaky.
You think that she's definitely got some daddy issues in there for you.
She's crazy. She cray-cray.
I think that her dad is crying.
Didn't he defend her or some shit?
I have no idea. I think that he
something.
knows that he created a monster and now he needs to live with it.
It's show business, but...
Oh, man.
Yeah.
Anyway, if you want to tell us your opinion, tweet us at thatshowph.
Yes, we would like to hear from you, and we'll never reply. And
won't.
we have to go into a break right now.
We'll be right back with more of That Show coming up right after these messages.
All right.
I don't know if you guys are familiar with a game Chubby Bunny, but
What's like?
have you played Chubby Bunny before?
No.
You put a marshmallow in your mouth, you say Chubby Bunny. And you keep putting it in your mouth, and you
Okay.
keep saying Chubby Bunny.
Okay.
Whoever can fit the most in their mouth wins. But we're not gonna say Chubby Bunny. We're gonna have a conversation.
Okay.
Perfect. Yeah. So I'm gonna ask you, okay, gonna ba?
Okay.
And you're gonna be like, okay na.
Okay.
Basically, this guy stole some guy's phone,
Two at a
and
time.
the owner still has access to like whatever data that's put on
Okay,
his
gonna ba?
cloud. So
Okay, no. Okay, no. I just saw it.
He's some Middle Eastern dude.
Okay, gonna ba?
Okay, no. Okay, no.
About whatever shit's been going on with his phone.
Okay, no. Okay, no.
Alright.
No, that's disgusting.
Oh, you're right.
That show.
back on that show, minus a Basti. This is Siv, and I am Kat, and we are back to entertain you for a little bit, even though Basti has abandoned us and crawled up someone's...
What exactly is Basti doing, damn it?
I don't really know.
He's in Naga?
He's in Naga.
Naga City,
Naga.
checking out some Naga
That's what I said.
titties. His wife would not be happy.
Totally not happy about that. The Naga bush.
Naga titties.
Check out that bush, Naga.
Naga. What's up, Nagas? All right. So Basti's all the way in Naga, and we're gonna be talking about
Something that he likes to talk about.
boobs.
Boobs. Does he like boobs? He's more
He
of an
likes.
ass guy.
He's an ass man, but boobs apparently, if you stare at for a man, if you stare at them for like 10 minutes daily, it's equivalent to like 30 minutes of aerobic exercise.
Wow.
Right?
Yeah, so there's been a scientific study done which says that, and by the way, this was done in Germany. Germans like their boobs.
No, but see, I've stared at boobs for like more than 30 minutes. I'm not sweating that much. I'm all right.
Well, I don't think it's about the sweating. I think it's the kind of mental workout that you
My
have in
heart's
your mind.
okay. I'm not going crazy. I mean, if you stare at boobs all the time, I watch too much porn, but I'm just throwing it out there.
So wait, what was the actual thing that they said in this study? They said that if you stare at boobs for 10 minutes a day, like nice boobs that you like looking at,
Like
it is
double Ds.
equivalent, yeah, it
Like
is
D
the
cups.
equivalent of running or like aerobic exercise for 30 minutes a day.
Yes.
Now, why is that? Is it because when men look at boobs, they think about sex and therefore they become more active?
Their
and
heart rate goes up.
goes
It gives them a bit of a workout.
Makes them a little bit
Apparently
excited.
so.
So, gentlemen, this now gives you an excuse to go and look at boobs all day. Tell your wife to whip out her tits for 10 minutes a day and just let you look at them.
But does it
because-
help the Pinoy situation?
What's the Pinoy situation?
There aren't really, gigantic, ginormous boobies everywhere. I mean, to see like a decent C cup is already like a treat.
Now, see, what I want to know is, do you have to stare at the boobs live? Does it have to be live boobage? Or can you have like a picture of boobs that you put on your wall and stare at
You
for
just keep
10 minutes a day?
scrolling. You follow like fuck yeah boobs on Tumblr.
Yeah.
Or something like that.
Something like that. Like big ass titties, that kind of stuff.
All right.
And then you just, have a picture up every day. Does that work, or does it have to be someone standing there with actual boobs, plumping them up
I
for
would
you, like,
think-
hey,
I would
look
think
at my boobs.
live would be much better.
Uh-huh.
Because it's more exciting. Because there's like always the
Potential you could touch them.
or you could get caught.
The thrill
of getting caught.
stealing boobage glances. That is something that will make you...
Wear sunglasses. Rule
think-
number 1.
I'm looking at your boobs right now, but you can't tell.
Are you really?
I am.
But yeah. If you want to look at boobs and you don't want to get caught doing it, wear sunglasses. Really, really dark sunglasses. Even the reflective ones are really, really good.
But if you do that at night, you will look strange.
You will look kind of strange.
And
But-
now, for you at home who are not just listening to audio and you're actually watching the video, if you don't have access to any boobs at the moment, here you go. We're going to give you some nice boobs to look at. Ta-da! Oh, wow, she does have nice boobs.
That is what cup size. What is that?
I would say that's a D or
That
like
i-
a full C. What do you reckon? I think that's a D.
That's a D, man.
It's a D, right? It's
Well,
about
you,
a D.
the thing about girls online is like you know how porn stars are really, really short.
Yes.
Porn stars are like really short to make the guys' dicks look bigger.
So
they
everything
average
is more mini so that everything looks bigger that needs
looks
to look
kinda
bigger.
So
Uh-huh.
like I'm gonna say that a girl who's like really short but like really full rack wouldn't even really be a D cup.
So you like think that because it's more compressed into a smaller package, the boobs are actually smaller.
It might
in
actually just be
proportion?
a really full B on someone who's like 5'3", 5'2".
That does make sense. Although, you know what? Even if someone is smaller, the boob size doesn't really kind of... You can still tell if they're D's or not,
Like
even if
really
they're a smaller
wide and
person.
shit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Anyway, so, oh, dang!
Dang!
That's some big titties. That's G.
Is
I
there
would say
such a
that's
thing
G.
as too much?
Yeah, you know what? What would you do with that much boobage?
Titty fuck it.
What?
I would.
I think your penis would get lost in that.
No, I'm kind of big, but
I'm not saying that you're not well endowed, love. I'm saying that, those titties are pretty huge. And,
You titty
and,
fuck it.
they are supported very well right now,
You
okay? They're
titty
being
fuck
held
down the
up.
middle into a blowjob. Boom. Boom. Like that.
I really don't think that would work. Or though maybe, I don't
Hey,
know,
baby
maybe.
girl. That's kind of
Oh,
old.
Dang, she's so thin, but she has gigantic knockers.
Next, please. I can't see boob.
Yeah, there's
Not
no
enough.
boob. It's too dark. It's
Too
only
dark.
a side boob, and it looks emo. This is called the emo side boob.
More boob.
This is like boob art.
Boom.
That's a lot of boob.
Boom.
Now, see, that's what I mean. See, those are big natural boobs, and when she lets them out, they're going to be splayed out a little more than that. They're going to be a little looser, not quite so perky.
That's
and
what you call
so
Susan.
held together. What's that?
Suso hanggang chan. Yeah, Susan.
Susan! Oh, that's a B cup squished up.
That is a
further
B?
to look
That's a B?
Yep, that's a B. See, they're not
Really?
that big. She's just squishing them together so they look bigger. That's
I
about
can't tell a
B.
B from a C,
full
dude.
B. Maybe the beginnings of a C, but not quite. Yeah. They've just been pushed up.
This one. Close up, please. All right.
Dang, those ones aren't pushed up at all. Those look kind of fake to me. Doesn't it look like it's a butt in a bra?
Does it matter if it's like fake?
I don't think it matters. I mean, if they're big boobs, they're big boobs. And if you can't tell the difference, then it doesn't matter. Oh, those ones,
That's a C, isn't it?
I love how we keep asking.
Judging by the size of her hand and the boobage of there.
Yeah, and remember, it's kind of squished in. I think you're right. I think you're about a C. I think that's a full C.
That's a full C.
Yeah, that's a full C.
All right.
And, that's two boobs sitting on the couch.
Two boobas.
All right, so there you go, guys. Staring at busty women can lengthen your life. Live longer. Stare at some boobs. Don't we give the best advice on this show?
Yes.
We
Just
totally
don't
do.
get caught.
Yeah, don't get caught.
Don't
Don't
get
get
caught.
slapped in the face, and don't get arrested. Seriously, if you can't get it live, look at porn.
Although I really like it when girls' tits are hanging out and then you compliment their tits and they're perfectly fine about it.
You know what? I think that this day and age has brought on a bunch of girls who are proud of the fact that they have gigantic tits, especially if they're
I've actually
natural.
said it a couple times. Your boobs look really good.
Yeah, I think women nowadays are more willing to see that as not a degrading thing, but more as a
I
compliment.
mean, what am I
you know?
supposed to do? Not look at it? It's
Well,
right there.
Exactly. If a woman is wearing a low-cut top and all you can see is her boobs,
Boob.
then you can't be blamed for looking at them and complimenting her boobs, right?
No, definitely not.
Absolutely. So
Yeah.
it's like, hey, baby girl, you got nice titties. If she gets mad,
It depends on how you say it.
it does depend on how you say
Yeah,
it.
you have really nice boobs. I think that's a
You have
very
to say it like
that's
that.
a very genuine way of saying it. By the
Excuse
way,
me.
you have really nice boobs.
I just wanted you to know, as I was walking past, that I think that you have very nice boobs.
boobs. I like your boobs.
I'm going to do that the next time I see somebody with nice boobs.
I want to titty fuck you into a blowjob.
I don't know about saying that part of it. All right. Well, we have to go into another break right now. Do we have to go into a break? Is that the break sign?
Yeah, we're gonna go to break.
You want to go into a break, or you want to talk about getting arrested?
We can talk about getting arrested.
All right. So if you do get arrested for titty fucking, totally wasn't where I was supposed to go with that. But if you do get arrested for titty fucking, you might encounter people like this guy in jail who were forgotten about. How do you get forgotten about in jail? Let's find out.
The guy named Chong.
Yes, his name was, I don't know what his name was, but he got arrested
For
in the
smoking
United
a-
States for smoking out.
Marijuana. The guy's name is Daniel Chong, 25 years old, survived by... Wait. Okay, so he was in jail for like 5 days because people forgot he was...
in jail. So people arrested him because he had been smoking pot at a party or something, right? And then
there was like a raid or some
yeah,
shit.
there was a raid on somewhere, and poor guy was unfortunate enough to be smoking pot while the raid happened. There you go. There's Daniel Chong, who's 25 years old, looks innocent enough, was probably just smoking a doobie at a party when the raid happened.
So they stick him in a room that's like 10 feet by like
5 feet. which is 1.5 meters by 3 meters, pretty much. So he was in a little tiny box for 5 days, and the cops forgot that they
he
had
was
locked
in there.
him up. So really, that's a misdemeanor, okay? He should have been in there for a couple of hours max, slap on the wrist, go home, you were smoking pot at a party, you dumbass, don't get caught next time. But the cops, and you know what I think happened? I think they arrested him for smoking pot. They took his pot, and then they
interrogated him, whatever, and then...
No, I think they took his pot and smoked it. So they locked him up in a room. That's where I'm looking, you can't tell, I'm wearing shades. So they locked him up in the room, forgot about him, went and smoked his pot, and totally forgot he even existed.
Forgot about
They
it.
were like...
So this guy was there
dude.
for 5 days.
This is pretty good shit.
He survived drinking his own piss. He was dehydrated, he lost some weight, and he drank his own piss. Weirdly enough, though, when they finally opened the door, and this is really, really fucked up, he was covered in shit.
He was covered in his own
He said he was
feces.
hallucinating, and he was covered in his own shit.
Yep, and he had also taken a, what was it, a blade or something?
He carved "I'm sorry, mom" or some
what did
shit
he
like
use,
that
though?
on his arm.
He was using a... Oh, he broke his eyeglasses. He was wearing eyeglasses, and he broke his eyeglasses to carve "I'm sorry, mom" into his arm. So when they found him, he was covered in his own poop. He'd been drinking his own urine for 5 days and hadn't eaten anything. He started to hallucinate, and he had almost kidney failure when they took him to the hospital. So these guys have had to pay Daniel Chong $4.1 million US in damages, and he needs psychiatric treatment because...
No, but really, the big question is, you're like trying to survive. Say you're Bear Grylls, 3 days, no food, no water, you start drinking your piss.
Yep. Yep.
How does it get to the point wherein you go, grab your shit and start covering yourself with it?
I think that's when...
You're thinking survival, drink my piss, drink my piss, drink my piss, drink my piss, cover myself with shit?
Yeah, see, I think that maybe what happened was that after drinking your own urine for a few days, you're already recycling whatever's in your body.
Was he trying to eat his shit?
I don't know, but you know what? Once you start to hallucinate, I mean, think about it. If you were gonna poop on your own in a room for 5 days, okay, and you started off pooping in a corner and being tidy about it, by the 5th day, you're probably so covered in your own poop anyway, you don't care. And if you're hallucinating and you're starting to feel hot, because if you're dehydrated, you would feel hot, right?
So you're saying he was moisturizing himself with his
I don't
own
know,
poop?
maybe the poop felt calming. Maybe he was just like, I want to go home. And he just started
It's like,
rubbing his butt.
How
and
long does
was
it take for you to
covered
go
in
like,
poop.
poop could be food at some point?
I mean, he must have started to panic at some point too. Like, are they going to come and get me? Plus, he was stoned, which means he was paranoid.
Stoned for like the first probably day.
Yeah, right. Plus, he must have been so thirsty because he was stoned.
All right.
No, he must have been like, all right, drink my pee right away. Poor guy.
Poor guy.
But anyway.
But
so,
he has $4.1 million.
Yes, $4.1 million to buy himself a good shower and some more weed.
And with that, we're going to go into a short break.
Yes, we are. We'll be right back.
I don't know if you guys are familiar with a game Chubby Bunny, but
What's like?
have you played Chubby Bunny before?
No.
You put a marshmallow in your mouth, you say Chubby Bunny, and you keep putting it in your mouth, and you keep
Okay.
saying Chubby Bunny.
Okay,
Whoever
let's
can
do it.
fit the most in their mouth wins. But we're not gonna say Chubby Bunny. We're gonna have a conversation.
Okay.
Perfect.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna ask you, okay, ka na ba?
Okay.
And you're gonna be like, okay na.
Okay.
Okay?
Yeah.
Go.
2 at a time.
Alright, I'll learn two at a time. Okay ka na ba? What?
Okay, no. Okay, no.
Good.
I just saw it.
Okay ka na ba?
Okay, no. Okay, no.
Okay ka na ba?
Okay, no. Okay, no.
What? Okay. No, that's disgusting.
That show! And we are back, and this time for our sex mints.
That's right. It's time to do the last part of our show, which is quick, but you know what? So what?
Yeah,
Screw you guys.
everybody likes that. Everybody likes the sex mints.
We are going to talk today about having sex in risque places, guys. Doing the dirty in public.
We do have a video of a guy getting some head in a public place. Where is this? At a football game? No? A what?
A volley-
A volleyball match.
Fantastic. Let's watch this.
Aí eu vou poder acompanhar o Brasil na Liga Mundial de Vôlei, viajando para todos os palcos, para todos os jogos. O cara tava empolgado ali na arquibancada.
Can we do that again? that was too quick.
Oh my goodness, this girl is literally...
She was crying. Wait.
She's crying?
She was crying on his shoulder. See, look.
Aí eu vou poder acompanhar o Brasil na Liga Mundial de Vôlei, viajando para todos os palcos, para todos os jogos. Tava empolgado ali na arquibancada.
Okay, can I just point one thing out about this video? That guy must have a gigantic penis.
Because his dick is probably like somewhere up here.
Right?
Because the girl's head was
He
somewhere
must
here.
be like a 10-incher or something like that, because she was beside his shoulder and giving him a blowjob.
It's probably
at
like
the
the
same
head
time.
and a bit of a shaft.
Right?
Not all
That's kind of
shaft, but-
crazy. And he was even shoving her head. That's hilarious.
My boy.
Well, there
he
you
is
go.
a romantic.
Right?
He is a romantic.
Absolutely. Casanova wins. Good day to you.
All right.
So, have
doing
you
it
ever
in
had
public.
it in public?
Doing it in public?
Yep.
Never, ever.
You've never done it in public.
No.
I have.
Because cops.
I know cops, but so what?
Has anybody ever knocked on your window?
Yep. Almost got done for public scandal one time. It's a true story.
No.
All right, guys, we're talking about doing the dirty in public. If you want to have sex in public, that's totally fine. Sometimes it's something nice to do with your partner.
Can you actually do it in your car? Because I own my car, and
No.
so it is a private space.
No, unless you are parked in your driveway, you cannot do it in your car legally. Otherwise, it is considered public scandal.
What if I have really dark tint and no one can see me anyway?
I think that the bouncing of the car would probably give you away unless you don't move when you have sex.
What if I do it really slow?
I still don't think it's a very good idea.
You like where I'm going with it?
Anyway, for those of you who want to have sex with your partner in public, number one, always choose to do it in a secluded place. Being in public doesn't mean in front of loads of people at one time, because if you want to get caught, that's the best way to get caught.
At a kindergarten.
Yes,
No.
don't do that.
Don't do that.
Inappropriate places are not good. But I did it. See, when I did it, I was in the Cayman Islands. I was outside on a deck chair next to the beach, and I had sex with this guy.
Pretty much, kind of safe.
Yeah, but it's still public.
I mean, if no one's gonna walk up to you and shit, and
I guess it depends on how clever you are, how good you are at not getting caught, and how.
were you discreet when you did this?
No,
Or were
absolutely
you like
not.
all out, like bouncing on his dick?
Well, it was dark and late, so it was a
Okay,
very
it wasn't
secluded
daytime
place,
like
and
a porno.
This is public, and it wasn't. It was, yeah, it was
Alright,
fun.
It was fun.
But anyway, if you want to do it in public, start small. Do it in places like in tall patches of grass, which you don't really have here. And I don't recommend doing it in the province because there's probably goats and snakes.
Never in the village park.
Don't do it there.
We learned the hard way.
Okay, so don't get caught by anybody. If there's security guards around, it's kind of a dumb idea, but you can do it discreetly. Like if you have your girlfriend in a skirt and she's wearing heels, you can do her up beside a tree, standing up.
Just slide her panties sideways.
Yep.
Like
Slide
a pro.
the panties to the
like
side.
that.
And just, take your girlfriend, hike her leg up a little bit and do her up the tree, real quickie style. You can't have a full blowout, bang out, okay? It's not like a 45-minute sesh up against the tree so nobody sees you. Public sex is generally going to be a little bit...
Is it quick?
Quicker.
Is it usually quick?
Usually quicker, because, there's the whole
Then
thrill.
I'm good for this shit. I'm all about quick.
There's the whole thrill about not getting caught and having to do it and finish before anybody can catch you, and then getting away with it is part of the thrill too. So if you want to do that, up against a tree is nice, in grass or On a park bench is cool if
But I
it's
don't- I
dark
don't
and
wanna
late
get-
and there are no kids in the park anymore.
I don't want to get mud up my ass and shit.
And if you're not maarte like Siv, then you
But,
can do it in places
I'm
that are a
allergic
little
to
bit
like
muddy.
grass and stuff.
So do it on a bench.
All right, do it on a bench.
You know, you have your girl straddle you on a bench. Make sure nobody
But
else
see,
is
that's
around.
obvious. Not unless she was like sitting on my lap.
That's even more obvious.
No, what if she was straddling me? That's really, really fucking
Well, you
obvious.
could just be making out on a park bench.
Oh, come on.
I
Really?
suppose we're kind of more of a conservative country than this. But if you do want to do it in your car, make sure you have really heavy tint. You're in a place where you more than likely aren't going to get caught by a security guard, and have fun.
Is it better to do it in the passenger seat in front or in the back of your car? Where are you most likely to not get caught?
Honestly, either way, you're going to get caught.
Or should the guy just kind of stay on his chair, let the girl ride him, and then just shove her and then drive away?
It's probably better if you're in the front seat of the car and the girl's on top of you. So if you need to climb off and put your pants on real quick, it's not that much of a big deal. Whereas if you're in the back, you're probably going to get comfortable, try and lay the girl down. Girl's gonna, yeah.
Like whatever.
Hule.
I don't know what to cover.
Covering too many things at the same time. Yeah, try not to do that. But also, doing it in your car is supposed to be bad luck.
What are the best places to pick in a local setting? Is it the park? Do I drive out 2 hours out of town to get laid in public or some shit like that?
I don't know about that. I think
Do I go on like all the way towards in Tarlac, going to Ilocos on one of those dead roads and then start fucking and pretend like I have a flat tire?
no.
Is that how I do it?
No, I think like, so say if you're like an Antipolo, right? And
Okay.
you're going to like one of like Cloud9 or something like that. If it was late and you're in the car park and you have tint in your car, you could probably do it somewhere like that.
Okay.
You know what I mean? Somewhere quiet. People do come and go, but it's still public enough to be exciting, but private enough not to get caught right away.
What about if I
Yeah.
wanted to do it like al fresco out there in the open? Not in the car, but say on a bench.
Well, you know what?
What kind of bench in Manila would I have to go to?
You could actually start small, and you could start by doing it on your balcony.
Okay.
Because technically, you know,
I own the balcony
Yeah, you
and-
own the balcony. You're having sex outside. People could catch you.
You're just watching me.
Yeah.
You're a fucking perv.
Yep, you're a pervert and
Not
you're
my
watching
problem.
me have sex in my home, you know? Although in England you can get arrested for that, but here I don't think you can.
All right. If I were to do it in like say Salcedo Park at night.
Do it really late at night and make sure the security guard doesn't catch you. And if you do get caught by a security guard, all you have to do is run really fast with your pants down. If you're good at that, then you'll totally be fine.
Have you ever gone like touchy in the movies?
Touchy in the that's always a good place to do it too.
In the movies, right?
Touchy in the movies. That's absolutely correct. Blowjobs in the movies.
I've never
fingery
gotten
in
a
the
fucking
movies.
blowjob in the movies. I mean, I've had my hands in a girl's pants in the movies.
That's
but
always fun. That's always
I
fun.
love high school, but anyway.
Cool shit.
Yeah, but I don't think I could ever really get down and dirty in the movies. Not unless if you probably go to those really crappy old movies in Manila. The ones that only show like
Yeah, the ones that
Seiko
are like
films
you
and whatever.
can sit in there all day and just keep watching the movie over and over again in the province. You could probably do it in there.
I mean, fuck you, man. Some guy's jacking off here, so
Yeah.
I'm not that bad a guy.
like I have a partner for this one, so I can do this. It's totally
I'm fucking
fine.
awesome, all right? Fuck you. Great. All right, now you guys know more about fucking in public.
Yes, and we highly recommend it. Just don't get caught.
All right, if you love the show, you can catch us again. Are we doing this thing next week with Basti?
I think so. I think by next week that we're going to drag Basti in here by his balls or not do the show at all. So everybody tweet Basti this week. Tweet him at Basti-73 on Twitter and tell him to get his bush back into the
His
studio with us.
bush.
Also, if you want to tweet me and Sib, you can tweet us at DieSibDie.
Yes,
and
that's me.
at Kat Alano. And also, if you want to tweet the show, it's at ThatShowPH. So please do follow us and tweet us, and we will respond to you. Thank you for being patient with us.
Thank you so much to Beyond the Box for having us here in their studio.
Absolutely. And thanks for joining us again. We'll see you all again next week. Bye, guys.